Of course, I decided to shoot an episode of Big J's Driveway for the first time, and the neighbor kids behind me decided to play basketball for the first time ever. I didn't even know they had a basketball hoop over there, but we'll see. Welcome to Big J's Driveway. One thing you want to remember whenever you're lifting your Jeep is don't forget the steering. As you notice after you've lifted your Jeep that your steering wheel is now off kilter, you've got a whole lot of bump steer, a lot of craziness is going on. Why this is, well, you have your drag link that goes to the knuckle here, and then probably about, I don't know, say that 20% over is where your other tie rod connects and goes over there. What that does is when your Jeep compresses and recoils over bumps, your toe in and toe out, goes like this. So what we're going to be doing today is putting what's called a crossover. Connects the two knuckles together, and then your drag link connects to that, and it prevents all that good stuff from going on. Another thing too is after you lift your Jeep, especially if you're still running, your track bar in your factory locations, kind of throws geometry off of a little bit. The best thing you want to do is keep everything as parallel in here as you possibly can. If you ever noticed the big rigs that, like we're at Easter Jeep Safari right now, if you look at the front, they have the nice shiny bars, and they're all like, you see three of them, one's there, one's there, one's there. Well, that's all of these components that you see here in mine are all everywhere. But what my crossover that I chose is going to be doing, since I still have the track bar in the factory location, is it's going to bring the drag link closer. So it'll get these two bars in conjunction with each other and working right. So that's what we're hoping to do. Right now when I drive the Jeep, it's not bad, but I have a lot of bump steer. Bump steers, say if you go over a speed bump real slow, you'll feel your steering wheel jerk one way and back the other. If you're going down the road and you hit a whoop, you feel your steering wheel jerk one way or the other. And hopefully this crossover is going to eliminate all of that. I probably actually shouldn't be sitting on it right now that I'm thinking, because see, I filmed this whole other part of me measuring from tie rod end to tie rod end, and I didn't bore you with taking it off, because pretty much it took me longer to take the Carter keys out than it did to actually take the whole unit off, which is now sitting over there. But I wanted to keep everything as straight and true as possible, but now that I've sat on the bumper, I've probably thrown it off. But good thing I measured it. I'm standing on my measurement right here so it doesn't blow away in the wind. So let's get over here and let's get cracking. All right, is my mic plugged in? Can you hear me? Can you see my face? Because I just did a whole nother take and I was cut off right here. It's the bad part about being your own cameraman. So what we're doing over here is I'm putting the clamps on. I already put it on this. But while we're over here, I have the old setup sitting right here. I mainly did it so I could get the steering stabilizer length close, because I forgot to measure it over there where it was sitting. But you can see how much beefier this new steering is than the old one. This is a tiny little bar, and this is nice and beefy and heavy. So, and another thing, with the inverted Y link, the reason why it's not the best thing on not just a lift, on anything in general. This thing is garbage. It's to be quite honest with you, I don't know why they put them on Jeeps, but if you lift this up, you'll see that this end slides to you while that end stays stable. And while this is mounted to the Jeep, and this is on the pitman arm, as your Jeep goes up and down like this, your toe will move back and forth if you ever notice, after you lift it your Jeep, you have a whole lot of toe in, and you have to go get a front end alignment because, you know, it's basically undrivable. So we're just going to finish putting these clamps on, get the steering stabilizer bracket kind of mocked up where it needs to be, get the grease fittings in, and then we'll head back over here and slap it on the Jeep, and, you know, we'll just sit here and turn and turn and turn. I mean, these tie rod ends are really, really long. You still there? We don't have to film all of this. What you doing? What you doing? You having fun? Just exploring? Alright, well, that's it. All I have to do now is get all the nuts tightened up and get grease in. I'm going to tighten everything up, but the steering stabilizer bracket, I want to make sure that everything there is set right before I snug it down, and then we'll go for a road test. So it seems like the steering upgrade was a pretty good success. Still get a little bit of a wobble around 40 miles an hour. I think that was probably just mostly a tire issue. I did throw my settings off, and I think when I sat on the front of the Jeep, because I have a little bit too much toe in, it's pretty easy to tell when you back it in, when your bottom of your tires want to go woo out like that. So that's kind of what happened. I could hear the tires kind of grinding on the road as I was leaving, but yeah, it's simple. Just give the tie rod a little twisty poo and drive up the road, see if it helps. If it doesn't, I mean, because we go get an alignment, it's just tow and go at the alignment shop, and you spent $60-70 for pretty much nothing. But yeah, seems nice, feels good. Can't wait to get on the trail, see how it's like there. So yeah, I mean, thanks for watching my first episode. Hopefully the rest of them will get better and less iffy. Probably not though. But make sure you follow me on social media. It is big_Jays_driveway on Instagram, and just Big J's Driveway on Facebook. So thanks for joining me, and see you next time.